Welcome back. Last class we discussed about process planning for parts, process planning for assemblies, and also factors influencing material selection, process selection kind of thing. In this video, we are going to discuss about a bill of materials. What are the types of bill of material? Some examples. Okay. So, what is meant to be bill of material? Generally, we know the bill of material from engineering drawing. So after doing the engineering drawing at that bottom left corner, bottom down right corner, yeah, right corner, we used to have a table. The table discuss about the components, what are the parts available, and what kind of angle of projection are we used, like a first angle projection, third angle projection, and who created that drawing, engineering drawing, which company it belongs, which part, name of the part kind of thing will be. That is bill of material in terms of engineering drawing, right? So similarly, bill of material is bigger concept under the process planning and cost estimation or process planning. Okay, so a bill of material, also known as product structure, is a detailed list of all the raw materials and what are the components, sub-assemblies, and parts required to manufacture a particular product. Assume you are going to create a product or big product. Product means suppose collection of assemblies. That product might be having sub-assemblies or individual components, individual parts, or came from raw material. So that collections, how it is connected, or detailed version like how many number of product, what is the material, who is the supplier. So that product structure is called bill of material. It also outlines the necessary materials, what are the materials, and how much quantity it is required, under what specification, like dimension wise or quantity wise, and other essential details like who will be the suppliers for them, when it is needed, how much it is needed. It will be give that kind of information for future task in the industry. What kind of future task in the sense, in order to do the production planning, cost estimation, or inventory management. It is very, very important role in the industry. So these information provide enough and vital information for the industry. This and also it also give the detailed breakdown for us to understand how much quantity is required each and every individual element. Okay, under what specification, it will give the detailed one. So this is what the bill of material. So what are the key components available in the bill of material? As I said in the engineering drawing, what could be available. Similarly, in basic bill of material, these are all the common components available. One is product name, the name or description of the finished component. What is the item number? There will be a unique identifier or number, unique number for in that particular industry. They keeping it for the particular part or for the component or for the product or for the assembly. That identification number will be there in that bill of material. And quantity, the number of units it is required, number of units in terms of number, or if it comes under other uh, forms like liquid form means how much liters, milliliters, or in terms of cubic volume. So like quantity wise, it will be given clearly number. And also what kind of unit of measure, whether it is measured in terms of kilogram or in terms of meters, or it means of liters, or some details will be there in terms of unit of measure, how it is, or number, how many number. Quantity means how many number, like 100 number, 1000 numbers, like that. And detailed description about the component and drawing number if it is applicable, because they can able to refer back which drawing that particular part came from. A blueprint of the particular item will be there in that, means that reference number. So by referring those numbers, the team can check the part design and check the drawing. If any thing needs to be needed, some details needed during the manufacturing process, they can go back from the drawing sheet. Okay, for that time, if they have that reference number, it will be beneficial for them. Then vendor information, who is supplying or who is manufacturing that item will be given. Sometimes we do assembly, but some of the sub-assemblies are some of the parts from other industry, other supplier for us. So those information also needed. So that also needs to be there in the bill of material. So these are the key components available under the bill of material. So we have different types of bill of material. Mostly we use engineering bill of material. The engineering bill of material will be used in the design and development phase. This bill of material focuses on the technical specification of the product. So mainly focus on technical information or specification of the product. Then manufacturing bill of material, it used in the production stage or production process places, which also gives information about the manufacturing, how much time needed for making, that is lead time needed, or what kind of assembly we need to do, like assembly information or instruction will be given in the manufacturing bill of material. Then sales bill of material or market under that or marketing bill of material, we can say that key features about the particular component or product will be given in the sales bill of material. Means detailed information, unique selling point, USB, like unique selling point for the product will be detailedly given for the benefit of the marketing person, sales team. That is also can be called as a sales bill of material. And service bill of material for used for repair and rework or maintenance, what procedure needs to be followed. So those things will be there. But in mostly we come across, we used to see in the industry like engineering bill of material is mostly used under the design and development phases, which gives technical specification about the product. So what could be the benefits of using bill of material? What are the benefits? N number of benefits are there for bill of material. So in order to maintain some inventory, what is meant by inventory? Storing some component as a buffer for our continuous running of the manufacturing. So if we don't have sometimes just-in-time concept, like when we need the components will be purchased and it will be used for manufacturing or production. But sometimes some industry use some buffer material in order to avoid any bottleneck and also in order to provide smooth flow in the manufacturing process, they keep some inventory. How much inventory to keep? You can't able to keep like if you need 100 components, you can't able to keep 2000 components in your store and in your inventory, because you are wasting you are deadly investing money on your uh, inventory. So it's not necessary. So we have to have an optimal number, a proper number for making for saving cost for us. And also if we are storing the component parts more number, the maintenance charges. Don't think like we are storing in the inventory, there is no need of maintenance. Yeah, we need to maintain. Yes, we have to create the environment where it is safe. It should not degrade with that temperature changes, or cannot affected by the moisture, or it cannot affected by the some other natural calamities or some issues. So we have to maintain that. So the inventory management is utmost important. In order to know how much number needs to be maintained under our inventory, we need accurate bill of material. That will help us to ensure right materials are needed at the right time, and also reduce cost. As I said, like if we are maintaining proper number, we can able to optimize the proper material usages, and we could be able to minimize the wastages which is happening under the inventory, so that we can able to reduce the production cost. Okay, because storing in the store inventory also add cost. So By reducing that, we can also reduce the production cost and also enhance the quality control. We can the bill of material can help us to ensure that proper components or correct components only used, so that it can increase the production quality. It won't create any issue in the making or rework, or by misplacing the wrong component in the assembly, and identifying that at the last or during the quality check, again came back to the table and disassemble that and replace that particular component with the correct one. If we have that detailed bill of material, it will ensure us to choose this is the component to be used in this place, so that they'll be using that, so that the quality will be improved. So faster time to market, accurate bill of material, streamline the manufacturing process, because we know that manufacturing bill of material also there, so that will streamline the manufacturing process, which leads to faster product to deliver. Okay, because nobody, no industry or no manufacturing company think to make the component very slowly until otherwise it's needed, but they do mostly make it and sell it to the reach the market, or deliver it to the market quickly in order to save time, in order to earn the lots of money or profit. Okay, and better communication between department. If we until unless we maintain some detailed information about the products or materials available in our industry, we can't able to interact between our department. So if assume like we have a store, we don't have a document, and we are running a manufacturing plant, and we continuously producing some component. We don't know how many number of raw material available in our inventory, and if suddenly company people are coming, suddenly some customers are coming and asking, yeah, one client is coming and asking, we need this many number of products, like for example 10,000 units of us product in this particular date. If they are telling without understanding or without aware how many number of raw materials available in our inventory, we can't able to come in. Okay, so even that investor or client may come anytime. So we should have a clear idea, like, okay, this we have to expect this kind of customers, and also we are to ready to procure those kind of inventory at the last moment also. So that much level of inventory management also should have the details about emergency situations where we can able to buy raw materials from the vendors, kind of thing. We should have those information also. So if we have those information, we can able to have the proper communication between individual departments, like in the engineering department or procurement department or in the production or manufacturing department. Okay, these are the simple or examples of benefits of using a bill of material. So this is the one of the classical example. I would say not classical, it's like a simple example in order you guys to understand how the bill of material. So this for the same component, I have two different type of bill of material, just to make you guys to understand the difference. So for handheld drilling machine, so portable drilling machine we used to for drilling in our home and all. So what are the, so this is all the bill of material. Serial number, number of components, 1 to 14 or something example, and individual name, part name. So what is that? Main body housing, electrical motor is there inside to provide power, and chuck to hold your drill bit, trigger switches to turn on or off, or power card and gear assembly will be there, cooling fan will be there. Inside you have a circuit board, handle, grip. Yeah, even that is very important, and some of the fasteners, bearings, heat sinks, LED indicator, or packaging material. So these are all the part names of this, examples of hand held drilling machine. And material, what are the material? ABC material, maybe the main body made up of ABC or polycarbonate material. It can be made with, since we know the basic process, the plastics are made up of injection molding. So here also ABC plastic. So it may be made up of that handheld drilling machine main body casing, or housing can be made up of injection molding. and also it has a functionality requirement of impact resistant. How many number? So one quantity we need. The unit in terms of pieces it is given, and some of the remark questions. So includes front and rear casing. So it covers front and rear casing. So similarly, electrical motor. So what are the material under electrical motor means copper and steel, aluminium. So brushed DC motor with 18 watt and 300 18 voltage and 300 watts and what are, how many number? One number. Key component for rotation. So this is the main component for rotation. Then chuck, which can hold your drill bits. So the size also zero point 0.1 to 10 means it is adjustable to accommodate different drill bits. So one number secure for drill bit and trigger switch, power card, gear assembly, cooling fan, what is the size of the cooling fan, what material is made up of, how many number and unit, and when it comes to fasteners, stainless steel and what is the M3 or M5 screw, metric thread. M3, M5 is the metric thread and its sizes, how many numbers is needed, and the bearing, how many number of bearings, what is the type of bearing, and what purpose the bearing to reduce the friction in the rotating parts. So these are some of the example for bill of material. So we can able to get some clear idea about bill of material. So another version of bill of material for the same handheld electrical drilling machine. Here the part numbers are given with a different number, unit number P001 to P008, part name, drill motor, plastic housing, power card, trigger switch, drill chuck, handle grip, screws, battery pack, what are the numbers it is needed, what is the unit of measure, and what is the material specification. Clearly it is given like a battery pack in the sense lithium ion battery with 12 volt battery, and what material rubber hand grip is made up of rubber, and who are all the supplier of that particular product, because that handled drilling machine may be as they assemble and sell. So drilling machine coming for that DC motor or that drive motor coming from some other vendor. So that supplier information, ABC motor going to supply, and plastic housing supplied by XYZ company, and similarly battery pack supplied by power cell company, like that, and each cost needed, how much cost needed for each unit means according to how many number of quantity, what is the product per unit it is given, how much time required to get delivered from the supplier to our industry, how much time, 2 weeks, 1 week, 3 weeks, 3 days, 1 days, like that it is given. So where, what is the purpose? So these all components used under the for the particular handheld electrical drilling machine. This is assembly reference they have given. Some of the notes it's given. So these are all the because see lead time is very very important. We comparing with the previous table, compare this one. Supply name also there. What is the cost also that lead time? So lead time will give us idea about how long does it take for us to receive those components. Similarly, for the maximum, how much week it takes, like 2 weeks is take. So if you could able to process other things do in between, and finally once we reach the drilling motor and other battery pack, we could able to assemble it together and give it to the market once ready. So when if we want to plan our production process and delivery time, this information also needed, which is also available in our bill of material. Okay, so what are the bill of material uses? I know you guys can able to figure out, because benefits we discussed. Similarly, uses, I'm just referring few points here. Inventory management, as I said, better inventory management possible, and if we have a bill of material, helps us managing inventory by listing all the components required for production, making it easier to track and record materials as needed, reorder the materials as needed. Cost estimation, by detailing the materials and parts required for production, bill of material enables accurate cost calculation, helping businesses estimate the total cost of manufacturing. So, as explained in the previous table, here each and every part or product components price is given, and also with the delivery time, and also with that we can able to do the cost estimation, and we can able to do the production planning. A bill of material is essential for production planning, ensuring that all required materials and components are available when needed. The production planning date and time, dates, scheduled date are needed. The previous example table, it is given when it is 3 days, within 3 days, within 1 day or 2 weeks time it is given. It helps avoid delays due to shortage of supply chain distribution. So if supply chain distribution disruption occur, you can't able to make the assembly, right? So we have to be very, very careful about this. Without having any disturbances, we should receive as per their committed time. Then only we can able to. So we can able to make the product. So for that, we should maybe having some more buffer in our inventory. Some more buffer in the sense there should be optimal number, some quantity that should be simulated with the available data. Okay, we need to understand supplier history, how frequently, how regularly they are giving. Is there any delay in some time? How frequently that delay occurred? So in order to compensate that, we should plan some inventory management. Okay, product design and development. Bill of materials are used in during the design phase to ensure that all parts and materials are specified clearly and accounted for. So suddenly we can't able to include some product in the production stage or manufacturing stage. It should be there in the design phase itself. It allows design teams to evaluate the feasibility and cost of the product. For them also it is very, very beneficial to understand the feasibility of production cost. Okay. Assembly instruction provides detailed view of how various components have come together during assembly, means when it is going to come, which day, which location it is going to reach, who is going to supply. Okay, so they can able to keep that in order to avoid any bottlenecks, or in order to avoid any quality losses. Then we can able to, if we have that, it is giving the clear documentation, the regulatory compliances, in order to understand the traceability. Assume like we have a issue once we deliver the product to the customer, we got some issue in the product, so customers are complaining. Then with the product ID of that, we can able to track back like okay, where the fault occurs. Maybe due to the raw material, or due to the motor, or due to the fastness, or due to the other bearings. We can able to trace that okay, in this particular batch only we have made this product or bearing is came from this particular supplier on this particular slot. Not necessarily that particular supplier will be always sending wrong. Sometime here and there some losses, some failure might occur. So we can identify that okay, they have made some error in that particular batch alone. So we can able to rectify root cause of the problem. We can, for that the compliance documentation very, very important. For those documentation, bill of material is vital. Okay, then product life cycle management. Throughout the product life cycle we should carry, because maintenance, uh, as we saw that bill of material for manufacturing, bill of material for repair and services, bill of material for sales and marketing also we saw. So it carries all the details about the product. So product life cycle management can be useful, or possible, or easy through the bill of material. Collaboration between teams. If we want to collaborate or interact between our procurement team, our engineering team, manufacturing team, production planning team, marketing team, our quality control team, we should have some basic fundamental data. Those data is available in the bill of material. So we can able to easily collaborate with that. And version control, we are upgrading the product. Our product always evolve. Consider the smartphone, always they evolve every year, every 6 months. Nowadays people are evolving, or at least 1 year once they are evolving with their existing one. So in order to evolving, they need to update the new components in their new product. So in the sense, what is available in that industry, in the existing current materials, what materials are being used in our industry, we should know. We need to track it. Then only if we are evolving means we have to replace that. Or suddenly we are introducing some material with our past bill of material, we can able to check whether we use this particular product in our in this product for long back. then who supplied this, how much they charge, everything they can able to track it back. So version control also possible with this. So this is the benefits or uses of bill of material. So in this lecture I discussed about what is bill of material, it's and also what are the key components available in the bill of material, types of bill of materials, and what are the benefits, what are the uses, and some with the examples of bill of material handled electrical drilling machine as an example. Two version of bill of materials being discussed, one with quantity and units and specification and material, but another with the material specification, who is the supplier, how much the cost, and also how much time the supplier taken to give us, going to give us the product. Every detail we have seen, and some of the uses also we have discussed. So with this I'm going to wind up this particular lecture. In our upcoming lecture we are going to discuss about routing and route sheet and route card and okay, thank you.